Hello folks, Hot Rod Rodney 25, aka Out of Scale Railroad. I finally got myself to come out here for a couple minutes just to see what been going on out here, why I haven't been out here for a while, except to get some stuff and go work on stuff, and you always end up using other tools from other places to come down here, and then you gotta come down here and root for it all and take it back to what you're working on during the summertime. But anyway, I just want to give you a little bit of an update where I've been and what I've been doing. And a lot of you know that I did show up on Vinny's live feed tonight for a little bit because I haven't been feeling good for the last 2-3 days. So I'm gonna probably end up with a CAT scan being done, figure out what's going on with my stomach and my side, why it hurts every now and then. As some of you may know, it's supposed to be a big kidney stone in there that will never pass, floating around. I told the doctor when we went to see him there a few days ago that I needed a CAT scan. I'm thinking it's something else. And he said, maybe we can set that up. And being that I got state insurance, that the state will cover it. He does not take state insurance, so therefore I've been paying by check. And he's giving me a pretty good price for my doctor's visits, like $60 or something like that. Normally it's like, I don't know, 80, 90 for a doctor's visit. But anyway, this is just going to be a small update what I've been doing off and on when I get a couple minutes. I've been putting some collared sand down, which actually looks like ballast from this angle, but it is the collared sand that you can get from the dollar store. There it is. It'll focus, but it does look like ballast, and you can see where I cleared some of it out. I dug it out to get some of my rails cleared out because the trolley was dragging. And this is a trolley track. It's far from being completed. Here's what I did probably about a week ago, I guess. I added some foliage, and I never did check to see if that is actually, yes, it is kind of hard. So the glue did do what it was supposed to do. I was kind of worried about that because I couldn't get it to stay in place. Somewhere in there is one of those T-pins that I ain't gonna worry about. It was just holding it up from falling, and I can't see where it actually is, so it might have covered itself up. So anyway, I added some growth along the bridge. Of course, below there is, your Peekaboo or Prestonburg Peekaboo River, or I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a river. It's been so long since I've been out here, guys, that I don't even know what I'm doing or what I was doing. But over here's some more sand for ballast, and like I say, some growth. And back there's the original part of the mountain that I just left back there for back piece, so I wouldn't have to redo the whole thing. There's that tunnel. Nothing's changed back there. I'm just throwing it into this video. You can tell nothing's really done down under here. I probably won't put much under here. I may figure out how to get my hand in there and just glue, you know, some foliage or something up under there, just so when you look in here, when the plywood is back on the top here for the top level, you'll be able to look in there and see some growth and stuff like that. And maybe I'll put some back here on this the removable tunnel piece that I've got back here for the trap section, the access door to the top. Anyway, that's basically all that's been going on. I don't know if I showed this in part A12, I believe was the last part. So this makes this Prestonburg area changes part A13. Before I forget to mention that. And I don't know if I showed this on any of the last parts or not, but I'm going to go ahead and show it here. It probably really should be patched up right there, but you're never going to see it where it's going. But I made a walkway with the trolley bridge, so when extending it wider, I'll have the walkway and the trolley bridge all on one bridge. They'll be able to walk across there and get over to this side where there'll be some kind of display exhibits outside or something like that. Probably trolleys. If you watched one of my last videos, it was a mail call on some trolleys that I got off of eBay that look similar to this one, only different colors. This one I'm hoping will be the one that I will be running. I just got to do a little bit of work to it and lube it and make sure everything's going to work okay. But this one is possibly the one that will be in service to run around on the trolley track back and forth. Other than that, the other ones will set. And excuse the mess, guys. Like I said, I haven't been out here for 1 or 2 months, except in and out. But they'll be setting along there, and then they'll go, of course, walk across the bridge, and there'll be a trolley maybe setting, you know, on both sides there or something. And down here, more than likely, this will not be here. Well, this has to be here, but it's going to be repainted with the siding coming out here off of that track there. I may have mentioned that in A12, but it'll switch and come off here onto through the underneath the walkway ramp up to the trolley area. It'll come across. We'll have a crossing here so they can get a forklift or some kind of gator or something with a wagon just to get in there to collect trash and unload food product and stock and other stuff inside here, which in the imaginary world, since this is a freelance layout, underneath this whole area under here, this big foam piece is going to be an imaginary model train layout of Prestonburg. So it will be a model train type club, but it will be open to the public. It's a public display, so whoever visits Prestonburg historic site, they'll see trolleys, they might see a couple engines, locomotives or something sitting around. But probably one of the main attractions will be going through here and into your little restaurants, or your little vendors, and a store, to get knickknacks and historic t-shirts and hats and pins and markers and whatever else you can advertise on. And then of course the rest of it will be imaginary big giant model railroad train layout underneath there. And that's what Prestonburg is going to be all about. It's going to be a big historic site. It's going to almost be, if you ever been to Strasburg, Pennsylvania, excuse me, if you ever been to Strasburg, Pennsylvania, they've got a big place called the Choo Choo Barn, which covers nothing but Lancaster and the Amish country. Well, this is basically going to cover Prestonburg and a couple other places, that they'll probably put in there on the layout. And like I say, it's all imaginary, so you'll never see anything under there because all it is a big hall of space. But that's what, if I ever put a sign there, that is what it's going to be. The Prestonburg Historic Society Model Railroad Club or something like that. So, anyway, I still got work to do on the wall. Maybe do a little bit here on the bridge. I may add some this green foliage down, cover that mess there up a little bit, make it look like it's grown up the wall. I may put it across here, I don't know, just to cover some gaps. I'll probably put some more back there to try to hide the straw, and that straw and that piece that's already covered right there where you see the wire, the straw busted right there, so I just covered some of it with sand, and I'll probably cover this with foliage. All it is a wire going through a McDonald's straw that I painted, and the wire disappears right there in that hole through the foam, and then down or up underneath here on the clips to go over. All it is a feeder wire. It goes over and connects to the next one. That way there's feeders for the trolley. Other than that, guys, that's basically it. I mean, you can see I don't like showing this because everybody gives me crap about it being a mess, but you know how it is. You haven't been out here. It's like this, and the second and third shift never shows up, as my dad always said. He always had this imaginary idea that we was going to come out here the next day and stuff was going to start being cleaned up, and the imaginary invisible second and third shift never showed up. So but I mean, I don't remember ever getting it or letting it go this bad. My dad wouldn't have liked it, because he wouldn't have been able to come out here and sit in his chair, and his chair is piled up. But being that, my dad is gone, this is how it ended up. Because I was moving everything from over here to work over here, it's now all piled up everywhere else. But I got a lot of cleaning because I haven't been out here. I'm going to have a lot of vacuuming to do. I got to check his switches and his track, and clean his track and clean my own track, because I haven't been out here forever. And it's a lot to take care of. I don't know what's going to happen with part of the layout. Got it in my head that some of that middle section, which might not be able to see part of it, some of it might disappear, just for the simple fact that I need to really try to open it back up, and to try to get some industrial looking scenes, towns, cities, farms, houses, anything like that. I built all that when my dad was still alive, and I don't know why I ever built it on like that, but I don't know. I may leave it like it is since it was built, and he got to see it, so I may not change any of it. It's just I don't want to go DCC out here because of any types of bugs and spider webs and etc. So but that's a story for another day. If I ever go DCC, there may be a layout in the future that I may consider doing. I don't know. It all depends what's going on in the house in order to do it. So I'm not going to say too much on that. It may happen, may never happen. So anyway, guys, this video is already up to 19 minutes. I'm going to let you go. I got to get back up through all the tall grass that's now growed up because of all the storms. And some of it's going to be taller than the tractor tomorrow. Oh, lovely. I just can't wait. But anyway, till the next time, guys. Like, share, subscribe, comment in the section down below. Ring the little bell icon to keep in touch with new videos. And we'll see you next time. Hot Rod Rodney 25 out.